evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Howling About Entertainment for this March 28th. Oh my God, I ate a grape right before I started that, and then I choked.
No. Don't die on there, please.
Woo! Okay, wow, for this March 28th, 2021.
He would probably get a lot of views for that, though, B-dubs.
Dude, that might be a
fast
way to get monetized, like to choke and die on screen. Yeah, that would do it.
Oh, man.
All right, let's go around the horn and say hello to the panel. By God, let's get started right below me. The man, the myth, the VW Vigilante Williamson. How are you, sir?
Oh, Ironcaster just snuck up. Hell,
hey, what up, Ironcaster?
Hey.
I was late to the phone.
Covert entry.
Vigilante Williamson here on another episode. Oh, my voice got a crack. Howling about entertainment. Literally howling about entertainment.
Crap! I don't have a puberty achievement to give him.
I don't. Yeah, I apparently need one. I made
it. And Ironcaster, how are you, sir? Say hello to the folks.
Hello to the folks. No, hey, how's everyone doing?
Doing well, man. I dig that shirt you got there, the Alterna.
Shout out to Alterna.
What's up?
Hey, let's give him a little love. Hey, at the rate things are going, they're going to be kicking the ass of the mainstream.
Yes, sir.
Quickie though.
Hey,
favorite Alterna title.
Oh.
Hail, gentlemen.
I have not had a chance to start reading.
Hail, Draco Argentum. How are you doing?
Hail, Draco.
All right, and
hey,
joining just as we started, Draco, the pantsless Argentus. How are you, sir?
Doing well, sir. How are you doing? Draco Argentus, once again from the bottom of the sea.
Good to have you, my friend. And to my left, he is the great god of death from the North, Lord Thoth.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. Hail to the chat, hail to the panel, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Howling About Entertainment.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, you guys know him. He is Fenrir, the Ice Wolf. How are you, Fenrir, my brother?
Hail to all you junior degenerates wannabes. Me and these degenerates by my side are going to have some fun speaking about the Black Falcon and the White Panther. Oh, my fucking God, humanity. Why the fuck do I just eat humanity?
Yeah, I think humanity's lost.
I might have to bust out the stopwatch.
You might.
You might want to do that. You might want to do that. I mean,
give him a good 5 or 10 minutes this time. He's gonna need to go. Real quick about Alterna, Vigilante Williamson Luke. The very first person I modded for, the very first show I ever been on outside of mine was Sweetcast, Clint Stoker, and he is now with Alterna Comics. So it all comes full circle. How about that?
So
there's some great titles there. The 12,
keep that ready,
Kilcade, Tinseltown. You've got some really, really cool stuff that they're doing, and there's some really good deals they give. They're available to readers worldwide.
Yeah, they're really cheap. Looking at the site, I am going to check them out.
There you go, man. Let's do a quick hello to the chat. See who's with us this evening. Liger fan, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Glad you made it. And we've got the CIA Casino. Please don't nuke the stream. I promise we'll be good. Good to see you. And just another red shirt. You are not just another red
he's
shirt.
The red shirt for us all.
The red shirt.
Yeah.
Amen. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, goodness. And now the CIA Casino is now the Lord
Anubis.
So he's coming at Lord Thoth a little.
Yeah, he's trying to get into the God pantheon, but it's already too crowded.
Jaffo,
my brother Egyptian God. Good to see you.
Jaffo,
no. Stop. It's just, let's be honest, just the smart ones can just make it to this panel. Just the smart ones. Be honest with yourself.
Then why am I here?
Brightest day. Good evening.
Hell, brightest day.
My little sister Ricardo is on FNT.
You know what? You know what was actually good? Chrissy Meyer was really good on FNT. Mm-hmm. She killed.
Yeah. It's Meyer? God, I thought it was Mayer.
Is it Mayer? It may be Mayer. I couldn't pronounce it wrong. I think you're right.
I could be too.
I just call her Chrissy. I'm on a first name. gentlemen. So
Oh.
I don't know about you.
Nice job.
She is hilarious. You got to check out her channel. She is amazing. I was chatting with her a bit as it was going on. I was like, how can you handle all this testosterone? And she matched them. The problem is that you get these guys going. You've got Ash, you've got Jeremy. You've got, oh, my goodness. They start going on a big rant. And it's tough when you're a guest to be on that channel. It's just, FNT is awesome. But
excellent
man,
job.
she held her own. Yep.
Hey, better than Rick Hayes, honestly.
Another addition to the channel. We got 32 Flavor Flaves. How are you, Nick?
Oh my God! Seriously,
I just got back from worse.
Seriously, me.
Agreed.
I'm just gonna say, me admitted in this combination.
Yeah, right.
All of the King Degenerates are here except for Foulball. He's the only one missing in this one.
Well, poor Foulball is he's wrapping up his last few days at work and getting ready to move. He's moving his ass actually just a few miles away from me. So he gonna be here middle of this week. I think your crime fighters, this culture crime fighters this week is going to be his last night in LA. V-Dub.
And I agree with your brightest day. I agree with your brightest day. Chrissy was zipping them back. She was zipping the one-liners, boy. She was as good as Kurt Metzger. I'd say she was better because she's much better looking than Kurt.
I'll give her that all day long, man. Nobody gonna argue
that.
What are you snacking on there, Nick?
Gaze.
That Ronin t-shirt. Where'd you get that Ronin t-shirt?
Dude, Ben Bishop, the artist from the flashback scenes of the last Ronin issues number 2 and 3. He, after I did that live stream with Fenrir and Geek Tropology and Explorer, he sent me a link because he said he was listening to our live stream and he overheard us talk about how we wanted merch. And he sent me a link to a store he was running on my Twitter. And well, I bought the shirt off of him. And I was just like, bro.
Can I get that link? I'm trying to get
we all want that link, I think.
Oh, dude, if you throw the link in the private chat, we'll drop it in the main chat for everybody. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. We got to support those writers and artists, man. You got to support them.
Absolutely.
Dude, when stuff is good, we got to put our money where our mouth is. There is no doubt.
And with Marvel dropping Diamond here, it's only a matter of time before we don't see regular floppy comics anymore.
Dude, I saw that on Friday.
I mean, you guys are degenerates, but still, I love your money. So please support me. Please give me money. I'll be happy about that.
Well, you got to
only stop being a degenerate if he gives me money.
You got to sell stuff if you want us to send you money, man. You know, you put out a good product, I'll buy it.
I still don't have a way. Still don't have a way to post it. I'm still trying to figure out an artist to do the comics first.
I'm thinking we should.
I know Grant Akuma does art, and I
tried to contact. Yeah, I tried contacting him, but I don't think it went through because I haven't got an answer yet.
Okay.
Well, if he pops in, man,
the shop is a beauty. I'm just letting you know. I sent the link. It's beauty. It's even worth the look at. It's even worth the look at for the chat. There's some beautiful Ninja Turtles merchandise on there.
Yeah, I will drop that in the chat right now. Wait a minute. The link is Bishart.
Bishart.
Yes.
Bishart. Yeah, it does.
Well, everybody's identifying as bi nowadays.
Right?
Is this the next stage of BIPOC? Bishart?
Yeah, right. Bishart. Ben did say he's doing some pages for number 3 as well, and he said we'll come out right on time for May. So they're trying to stick with the 3 months thing. So yeah, they're gonna definitely finish it before year's end. Right now, they said the success for number 1 was a very unexpected thing. Like they thought, okay, it'll do pretty well, but not the way that it has.
You write
good
stuff,
everyone by off guard.
Yeah. You write good stuff, we'll buy it, man. But that's it, right?
Yeah.
And the art too is really cool. I like the method that they used. It's unique. You haven't seen that kind of art ever. It was great.
Yeah.
I love that story too.
That's a good thing, man.
There's also killer alternatives of this shirt, which was hard to because I had to get one. There's like a red and black version, and then
Hey guys, quick question I got here. Quick question. Hey.
Yes.
Hey, I just figured out something. I finally got the chance to see the Gremlins like you guys suggested. I finished it today. Just figured out they're gonna make a Gremlins 3.
What?
What?
Really?
No,
Yeah, they're
thanks.
making a third Gremlins movie.
We don't need it.
I don't think I'm gonna watch that because
Don't.
modern movies of old stuff don't really give me much hope nowadays.
Let me ask you, who's making it?
It's not 100% clear. Let me see
See,
that.
now you got me. Now I gotta look. Who's making Gremlins 3?
Let's see.
Oh yeah,
Apparently-
it came up. Sure as shit.
Oh yeah. I heard about that last week. Yeah.
I did not.
It looks like I found an article from November. And oh my goodness, Chris Columbus, the guy who did Home Alone, wrote a script for this.
Wow.
That's okay.
Also,
When was
the
the
guy
last time
responsible
Columbus did
for
anything?
kicking off the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Thing
So
is,
this is let's
it's
take
contemporary, so yeah. Really? Do you want this?
Chris Columbus offers an update on the sequel, says the creatures won't be CGI. Okay, that's actually good.
It's positive. Yeah.
That's a big positive. Oh, Gizmo.
So it's going to be stop motion animation? Stop motion animation?
But I wonder though, are they gonna show us again the old Chinese dude, or is that gonna be racist now?
Well, I think he's dead now, so that we can probably not worry about that.
Yeah. The story has moved on.
Oh my goodness, it's been a while since we heard anything new about a potential Gremlins 3, but if it ever happens, fans can rest assured it'll stay true to the heart of the first two films.
I don't believe it.
Movie that
I
put
don't believe it
filmmaker
either.
Chris Columbus on the map as Spielberg spotted his horror-tinged screenplay and sparked the title immediately. Spielberg produced, Columbus wrote, and Joe Dante directed, instantly created a devoted fan base. And he went, let's see, Dante went on to make Gremlins 2 the new batch, but Columbus has been working to get a Gremlins 3 off the ground. Interesting.
So do you think we'll find out what happened to the female gremlin?
I have not seen the second. I haven't seen the second movie yet. No spoilers.
Ooh.
You mean Yoda's crack whore sister? That one? Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny.
Goodness.
Gremlins 2 was nuts, small time. Absolutely.
Hmm. Well, that is my goodness. That is interesting. I didn't even know that was tracking.
Gremlins 2 was my favorite of the bunch.
Gremlin,
Yeah, a lot of things
a gremlin with lipstick. I mean, what is there not to love there?
Everything about it. But then,
Dude, that thing's a
and you're
classic
speaking
meme.
to a
now.
reptile, so
It is classic.
It is a classic meme, man. Yeah, Small Time says Gremlins 2 was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was the
it was
best.
off the hook. It
Now-
was practically fit into the Merry Melodies canon that it espoused.
Yeah,
It
Jaffo
was
said
wild
he.
and crazy like a live action cartoon.
You
Go ahead.
know, Jaffo, I'm not sure that I disagree with you here, buddy. He was a little more interested in that ad for yoga pants that came up.
Yeah, that was definitely drawing the male gaze.
Aren't those
Do
targeted?
you have a male gaze achievement yet? Because
Yes,
you could have
Oh, come
Paul's
on.
got
The
it
male
on
gaze.
that.
Okay,
Do
I'm
I
sorry,
ha-
but the male
do I
gaze is
have-
a freaking myth now. It's a freaking myth. There are literal numerous videos on
Every
YouTube about
single
women
one of
literally
us has
showing.
the male gaze from watching that article.
Now, I do indeed have this one right here, and we are going to award it to Jaffo because, by God, he deserves it.
You need to.
Oh,
The Reading
amazing!
Squad was on.
I love it.
You need to
Brilliant.
add the chickadee there with the blue hair from FNT the other night. You
Oh,
see that? Oh, that,
yeah.
there you go. You gotta do
or
an
that-
Chivo for that.
Or that weird congresswoman who literally painted her hair purple and then
Like-
she went to a meeting with China.
That sounds about right, dude. So
Yeah,
I
You
want to
wanted
get
to
into,
hold it up.
dude. The first thing I want to get into tonight, guys, like straight up, winter is not fucking coming
Nope.
ever. It's
Oh,
not happening. So, dude, I mean, I've seen creatives start to lose interest in their own properties before, but I don't think I have ever seen somebody try as actively as George R.R. Martin does to do anything except write his next
That's what
book.
you're talking about. Wait, that's what you're talking about. The whole winter is coming thing. He hasn't wrote it yet.
Nope.
I've been waiting for that book for years. I just lost interest and thought maybe he already did it. I'm just gonna look for it some other day, but he hasn't wrote it yet. I've been waiting for that for 5 years and lost interest. What the hell?
Oh, you've been waiting longer than 5 years, my
10
friend.
Years. 10 years.
It's been over 10 years
some
now.
time ago.
I've actually
Been over
gone back
10 years, and he was writing bits and pieces of it, and we were. I mean, if you remember, Gary has been helping us out with this because Gary has been boots on the ground, watching every single tweet coming out of his his camp where he's stowed away working. No, he isn't. He's all ready to do new projects. He's all signed up to work with HBO now, so that shit is not happening.
It has
He
been.
doesn't even need to finish that.
So
Well,
what you're
even if
saying
it's
is that Winter has trouble getting it up.
Yeah. Ironcaster, what were you going to say? I missed that.
Oh, I was doing a little bit of math on this, and it's been 11 years since Dance of Dragons, and in that time in that same amount of time, Walter B. Gibson, who wrote The Shadow, wrote 250 novels for The Shadow. Average
Wow.
22 a year.
Wow.
Yeah. So hot off the presses from 2 days ago, guys, George R.R. Martin signs a massive 5-year overall deal with HBO.
Holy shit!
Now,
There's also holy shit.
I want to
There's
point
another
out
Gremlins movie, another one that was already made called Recall.
So let's just, it's not intended to be an insult to the guy, but he ain't exactly young. And he's also not exactly in the greatest of health. Right?
Yeah, I give him about 3 to 4 years tops, maybe if he's lucky. But he's gonna get on the ground soon enough.
William Shatner's going to outlive him.
Oh, hell, absolutely.
Shatner's got 50 more years.
Yeah.
Betty White is going to outlive him.
So the Game of Thrones author strikes a long-term deal with HBO worth mid-8 figures. Did you guys hear that? Mid-8 figures.
Damn, dude.
So that's in the neighborhood of, 50, 60 million bucks, give or take.
I just need to do a couple of overtime shifts, I think, to cover that.
Yeah.
I just love
Like
guys,
8 million overtime shifts.
Don't you love the faith that HBO has put in this guy? I mean, he started out. He did start out one of the greatest television shows to begin on HBO ever.
Yes.
And then he left to let D&D flounder around like fish slowly dying on the shore to end up at the Game of Thrones finale that we received. But they've got so much faith that George is actually going to do anything when the last few years he simply failed them as much as he's failed all of his fans.
Boy, Liger fan asks the right question. Since he has supposedly been working on the book for a few years in seclusion, just what the fuck has he been doing?
50 Shades of Westeros.
All I'm guessing is,
I actually just wrote.
remember South Park? Remember South Park? There was this crazy episode where he showed up and he was making a song about wieners and writing about wieners. So I think maybe that's that.
Yeah, and V-Dub, I think you're absolutely right. I think he had it largely written and it has now been unwritten. Because if we all recall, one of the recent targets of the cancel culture mob was George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, he missed.
I actually even thought he was canceled. Maybe I thought maybe that's why he didn't finish the book, because he was so canceled that he got out.
No, I thought
it was bullshit over black writers on books and shit. Look, if you're black and no one reads your shit, it's because you're just a bad writer. Accept that.
He was touting writers from the past at the Oh, the the awards that the award show that he was speaking for is going to escape me, but he was. You know what I'm talking about, Vigilante.
He had an award
I thought
show.
it was because I thought it was because he said his names, the names of
Yeah, he
people
mispronounced the name. Both of them happened.
Look,
he
I'm
was
gonna
at an
admit
award
it.
show.
I'm African. I have an African-born name. Even I get confused speaking my own fucking real name. Because again, names are confusing, even if they're yours. Specifically, if we're talking African games. African
Dude,
Chinese
and known
is
to happen, but
confusing.
now you get canceled for it.
And Fenrir, you're on the money. I mean, that is exactly what happened. So he did two things, just like V-Dub was saying. So he was speaking at, I forget which awards it was. That might have been the Hugos, which is a sci-fi writing awards thing, which is actually pretty, it's one of the few that was still sort of hanging on and being legitimate until the past couple of years. And basically, he spoke well.
It was the Hugo.
Yeah, so he spoke well of a writer from the past who people have decided had some, istophobe content in his writing.
Who the fuck cares? Why are they attacking people that are already dead? They're dead. What are you gonna do to them?
Cancel them. It's woke.
So
they're dead.
Real quick. I think the writer. I'm trying to look it up real quick. Who the writer was? I thought it might have been a Lovecraft, but it may not have been. But yeah, he talked about how these writers in the past, and all writers are apparently racist because they're in the past. And then he mispronounced some names, and then this person who actually won an award, addressed him. Instead of talking about thanking fans or whatever, she was talking about how racist and whatever he was, and
Young
really
Asian
none of
woman.
this had anything to do. Yeah, it actually was an Asian woman, but none of this actually has to do with him not doing this book because that was just last year. I mean, this book, somebody said in the chat, the last book he did was 2012 or 2013. I think ultimately he either had part of it written and then the culture changed, in 2016. And so that meant he couldn't do it, or 2017, whatever you want to call it. So that means he couldn't do it because let's be honest, Game of Thrones has a lot of grapes, and I'm not talking about wine. So I don't know if that's his. I don't know if the post me as well world is going to look too kindly on that. So that's really the huge issue that's kept this book
absolutely. It's funny because Game of Thrones, the world itself, has a ton of female empowerment in it. All right.
The dragon's a crazy psychotic queen who tried to kill a child and tried to kill millions in the name of her bullshit child herself.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you write like George R. Martin and still not get canceled?
That's a fair question. And so, and to V-Dub's point, Draco, I think that's exactly what really did happen in terms of not having Winds of Winter out is that he scrapped the whole fucking thing because it wasn't intersectional enough, probably because they didn't embarrass Tyrion and Jaime and Jon Snow enough and, put them below the women as they should be. And so therefore he had to scrap.
The guy who played Jon Snow was trying to prove that he's a huge pussy himself.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that what's going on here is obvious. Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but let's not forget that this is not the finale either. We've got A Dream of Spring that needs to come out. So not only does he have to do the Winds of Winter, which is the next chapter in what's going on, like Jon Snow is still dying in the snow. Like there's a whole bunch of things here. We forget that because we've seen that travesty of a television show that we just watched, that there is a whole bunch of stuff that he needs to even catch up to what the show has shown us. That's what this is supposed to be. And then we've got A Dream of Spring, which is the conclusion. This will never be done. This will never be done.
Yeah,
ever.
That's the problem. Some people that never grabbed one of the books are gonna think the end of the show is literally the fucking end. Well, there's still just much more. You'll never know because a lot of people introduced the show first.
Look, I mean, one thing is for certain. All right, so Martin right here, like it's saying here in the article, signed a huge deal to develop programming for HBO Max. 5-year contract. He might not even live through the 5 years, for God's sake, and he signed a 5-year contract. And on on top of this contract, he's also actively working on, yet again, a bunch of Game of Thrones prequel series. The House of the Dragon, and apparently there's a couple more they're working on again.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah,
doing
the House
road
of the
marks
Dragon
too,
is-
right?
The House of the Dragons worries me a lot because
he's-
I think
Yeah, he's doing
We're
road
trying to-
marks. If I remember, it's so Roger Zelazny. I am a absolute huge diehard fan of Roger Zelazny's works, especially Seven Princes in Amber. I think that, or Nine Princes in Amber. Sorry, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff that he could have been doing here too. Besides this, look, I get, you know what, when you have that writer's block. For all the writers out there, you know what I'm talking about. You get the writer's block, and it hits you like a truck. But
yeah, you feel
11
like you're-
years,
it's
Ironcaster,
like that-
you're absolutely right. 11 years, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's why he's trying to do all this other stuff. Whether or not he's got it done, whether or not he's got the book done, and he just wants to change it because of the
Look, he doesn't have
SJW
the book
woke
done.
culture.
He doesn't
I think
have the
he
book
might
done.
have it done. I think he might have it done.
Look, I don't think he has it done because I've
But
suffered through writer's block. It's like you're paralyzed in your hands, but you're trying to write it, but you just don't feel it. Then you just
I
leave and try to
disagree.
distract yourself and distract others from
Well,
the reality.
I
Yeah.
disagree. I
You
think
don't
he's
want to
got
seem
it
like a
done.
failure.
I just don't think he wants to put it out there because I think it's awful. I think he
Oh,
thinks it's
fuck.
awful. That's what's
I
going
think
on.
I
he
have
thinks
a-
it isn't going to not get him canceled.
Yeah, that's right. Double negative. Good job.
I have a question to somebody who's not, I'm not actually a Game of Thrones guy. I wasn't invested in it. You know what I mean? I wasn't really big into it. Is it possible? Could he have contracted out and advised on the books? Like, did he have to be the author of these books, or could he? Because after 5 or 6 years, he should have either, because I do
think
think
he
writer's
refuses
block is
to
an
do
element
that.
as well.
I think
Okay.
he refuses to do that.
He is
Yeah.
held on personal
just Normie just said the
responsibility
same
for
thing.
production of these books is his. It was going to come from his pen. The only alternate thing that he said is in the past, he made that comment about talking about people ghostwriters finishing the work after a writer has died. But the thing is, while he's been alive, he's stoutly made the point that it is my story. It is my story to write. At least that's where he was with the Game of Thrones books.
I think you're right. I think you're right, Draco. I think he's been going back here and looking at his story outline that he has and looking at what he's written. And I think he's rewritten chapters. I think he's trying to go back and change a bunch of stuff. And I think it's because he doesn't feel like it's going to fit in what's going on in the world today. And I think that after what happened at the awards ceremony, he's gotten a lot of feedback on what's been in his books before. I think he's gotten cold feet. I think he's really not scared, but I think he feels that it's not going to be good enough in today's world, and he doesn't want to
Wait,
put something
doesn't he-
out that's going to sewer him.
Well,
Yeah, but
not
doesn't
only
he
that,
have
there's also
fuck you
the-
money? I'm sorry, but doesn't he have fuck you money like the Harry Potter?
Yeah, he
creator?
just did. He
Oh,
signed
God,
a
yeah.
5-year contract with HBO. That's FU money.
Not that he didn't already have it, because
I was going
he
to say, I
did.
thought he had it to begin with.
Yeah, then just publish the damn fucking thing and just fuck it off.
Yeah.
Really, make a game on the
Yeah,
whole
but
Game
he's
of
got-
Thrones universe, everything you've already done, just be set for life.
You got to think about this, though, right? So he already had 2 or 3 Game of Thrones prequel series in production. He's also, before he signed this deal, he was working on Who Fears Death, which is a post-apocalyptic novel. He was working on Road Marks, which was Zelazny's fantasy. Okay, and he was
Which
exclusive.
is not even close to one of his best works, by the way.
And this is before he signed the deal. Okay.
Yeah, right?
Right? So this is before that. And then he's also got this Wild Cards anthology stuff, which he's done a hell of a lot more of than Song of Ice and Fire over the past 11 years.
Which is mediocre.
Yeah, and that's in work at Peacock. Okay. Then In the Lost Lands is a feature film based on a fantasy adventure short series that he's got. And we've got, Mia Jovovich and Dave Bautista attached to it. Meow Wolf, Martin's experiential immersive entertainment company now has 2 big attractions: the acclaimed House of Eternal Return in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and the newly opened Omega Mart in Las Vegas. A third, Meow Wolf's Kaleidoscope, is a dark ride announced for Elitch Gardens in Denver. So this is all the shit that Martin has been up to for the past several years. Everything that he's been doing, which of course is preventing him from putting out a finished version of Winds of Winter.
Fingers in a lot of pies.
Good God.
Apparently, according to his Not a Blog website, there's also a adaptation of his novel Sand Kings coming.
Oh wait, no.
Yes.
I got another suggestion. Does R.R. Martin have a history of drugs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because there's a chance he might have been in a mountain smoking weed, and with that, time can go really fast. Or is it really slow? I really don't know. Sometimes I don't even remember.
It's not impossible, but that's rumor as much as we'd like to believe it.
Something important to remember about Martin, and this speaks to Thoth's point about maybe he had the book ready, and V-Dub's point, which I think can be a piggyback onto that, which is that he scrapped it and started to rewrite it. So you guys need to understand about Martin is think of your buddy that you know who is like obsessed with posting 20 articles about Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren every single day onto Facebook. Okay, everybody knows somebody like that, right?
Oh, yeah, we do.
We all know that person. Okay,
Yep.
that's George R.R. Martin. Okay.
He's also a perfectionist.
Seriously?
He's also a perfectionist, and I think in today's world, something he wrote 20 years ago does not hold up to today's society.
And there's
What
another
does
thing to
hold up to
piggyback.
today's society?
Well, there's another thing to piggyback onto that. George R.R. Martin gave overviews. He gave outlines to Dan and Dave to be able to finish the series, or at least he gave them enough material to say, I know this is where it's going. This is where it ends up. End it this way and it should be fine. Or some version of that.
Yep.
In George R.R. Martin's head, I'm gonna get there. In George R.R. Martin's head, he's got this picture of both of the 2 books. He might have significant parts of chapters and stories and plot points and set pieces all written up and maybe even strung together into reasonably coherent novels. But now drive back to what you were saying, Jake, and what you were saying, Thoth, that now he has to make it work in such a way that he is going to be satisfied enough to say, I've got to let it go now. Is that ever going to happen, given all of the things he wants to do, all of the things he can do, all of these fingers in great many pies, and all of the postings he has to continue to make about various political and sports and other things that he's concerned about?
Absolutely, man. And just a normie, asks, maybe he's just burned out of Game of Thrones. And what I would say is I don't think so. I don't think that's what the issue is. And there's a lot of evidence that points us to the answer that it's not a Game of Thrones burnout. Now, he may have Song of Ice and Fire burnout, but he doesn't have Westeros burnout, because he's published a bunch of histories, anthologies, prequels, and expansive volumes of stories about Westeros between when A Dance with Dragons dropped and now, while we've been waiting for Winds of Winter. Okay, so he's published thousands of pages about Westeros. He produced the show. He's been working on all these prequels. He's been doing lots of Westerosi based shit. Everything you can think of, with the exception of Winds of Winter.
Also, I want to add on this. You mentioned something that it draws a particular point in our concerns about genre. He produced the show. We know that certain producers don't do a whole lot, especially if they feel they're more interested in posting about thises and that's on Twitter and so forth.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to be a producer?
Look, there's a way he could probably save face.
That sounds good,
There's
guys.
a way this could all probably be saved. There's a crazy way you could save face. Look, if in a couple of years he finally managed by some miracle to actually write the book, and if they want to continue this series, either they're going to do it through a cartoon of some fucking sort, or just throw it off the bridge completely.
That book is never going to get written. I have a question and a comment / statement. My question is, do you think the ending of the show impacted this at all?
It's never going to be.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Oh,
yes.
Mixed. I have mixed.
That's
mixed
why
answers.
he didn't. That's why I think he's finished it. That's when he gave that outline. That tells me that he had already had it all plotted out right through the Dream of Summer. I think that what happened was with that collapse, that of what happened, and then the social backlash that was out there about the show. I think there's a lot of. He's not a guy who deals with pressure very well. He's an introvert. He's a guy who likes to sit and write, and that's good. Yeah, he likes to go to cons and stuff like that because he likes the adulation. I think that there was so much pressure involved in this that he's gone back and tried to be perfect and try to change things and try to fit it into today, and it's just not working for him. To him, it's broken. And now there's people saying, well, burnout, stuff like that. I don't think it's burnout. I just think that he wants to get away with it, or get away from it. He doesn't want to have to deal with this because he feels the pressure of this. And it's obvious from all the people who are talking online and social media. And if he's going to have that presence online, this pressure is really getting to him. That's why.
And actually, that was my second point, Thoth. That was my second point. So I was going to bring up, I'm not sure if you guys are, I know Nick Wise is a music fan, but I'm not sure if he's a fan of either of the groups I'm about to bring up. There's a hip-hop group that made one album and now can never make one called Mad Villain. They made an album called Mad Villainy. It's a great album. MF Doom. And,
I know MF Doom.
Yeah. It's MF Doom. He just recently passed, unfortunately.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh my God. How can I Mad Lib? How can I forget Mad Lib? And then the other group I'm thinking of is the Postal Service, which was a collaboration between Ben Gibbard of Def Cab from Cutie fame and electronic producer Dentel. Both groups only made one album. And the reason they only made one album is because each of those debut albums from those groups were so lauded that they could never match the pressure that was put up. All of the individual artists made solo music, since those albums came out in the mid 2000s, but they never followed them up because of the pressure and the fan pressure. Even though those albums were kind of made in this relaxed environment, but once they became beloved, they could never match what the fans wanted. And Thoth brought up the pressure, and I think that the ending had a lot to do with it. At least as far, I'm an outsider, you know what I mean? But I just think once that ended and it became this negative taste in everyone's mouth, on top of the identity politics, on top of his laziness, on top of everything else, I just think it became like a February 31st situation where that's never going to come out. That's why he's did all the anthologies. That's why he's done all the other stuff. That's why he's doing this. Anything but trying to follow up what he did. Anything but that.
It's ego.
Moving sideways,
It's
any
ego.
way perpendicular to actually finishing.
Yeah, Godzillionaire. That's an interesting thought, and not being able to handle the criticism like you were just talking about, V-Dub, and to your point about like MF Doom not being able to do a follow-up album, right? That's I don't think that's a perspective that I've personally heard before, and it's interesting.
I could say on the metal one that has happened. Band called Bolt Thrower. They put out an album in 2005 called Those Once Loyal, and it was so good and so widely acclaimed that they tried to make an album, and they actually quit making the album because they said it just wasn't good as what they were wanting to be. They said if they couldn't top their previous album, they were done for. So they just only played live, and that was it, and then they stopped. So it's rare. It's very rare, Jake. You're right. It's very rare, but it is a thing.
Yeah.
Just to validate the point. That's all.
Good point, Flavor Flavs. I like that. Yeah.
If I may insert in this little pause here, I am going to break chat. You can, it might be for a little while, so you can remove me from the panel if it's just better. I just wanted to let you know since there was a dwell there.
Hey, Draco.
Oh yeah,
Take
you
care of
bet.
yourself.
Yeah, hey, if you can make it back in, pop back in, my friend.
Calm
Just go ahead and move me to the back room, and I'll let you know if I'm back.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll see you
Fenrir
guys.
left. Hell,
Whoa,
Draco.
yeah, we lost Fenrir too. Well,
Oh,
I guess we got well, all right, well, we got Draco at least will be backstage. He's got that VIP pass.
Fenrir's
Yeah.
got
There he is.
There's Fenrir.
I knew Fenrir would be back. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just had to deal with a problem here.
You had to go Google something?
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Freeze-
kinda.
Mr. Freeze says, posthumous publication would be badass if the books rock. But of course, he doesn't want George to pass naturally.
Yeah, I wonder. I guarantee there is at least a version of those books that exist.
Yep.
I
agree.
I guarantee there's at least a version. I would be shocked if there's nothing. Obviously there were outlines, but there's at least a version, especially of it was Winds of Winter, the last one. There has to be something of it. So I do think there is a just in case something happens, Tupac album for those books. So I ironically enough, that might, and I hate to say it, that might be the best chance for these things to ever see the light of day.
Yeah, they're. Look at all this shit here, though, right? So we all knew about House of the Dragon, right? It's this Targaryen history 300 years before A Song of Ice and Fire. Now, I'm going to point something out that we hear from guys like Gary. So does everybody know what Targaryens look like?
I
Yep.
don't.
Pale
Can you show me
skin,
a photo?
silver white hair, purple eyes, depending on the blood.
Silver white hair. Pretty much what you'd imagine a complete European Caucasian male that doesn't spend too much time on the sun.
Yeah. So Daenerys, right? Emilia Clarke.
Oh, don't forget, they all look completely alike because of the whole incest thing.
Holy cow, Fenrir, your volume's loud.
He's that passionate.
Seriously?
All right, I turned it down. You're much better now.
Okay.
When you went
Okay.
out and came back in, it resets you to a high volume level. So I pulled you back down. But so
Okay,
so-
but don't put me too down. I
Other-
like speaking up a little.
Right down to the bottom. That's right.
so other than the purple eyes, like Emilia Clarke looked like a Targaryen, and the actors who played her brothers, they all looked good, right? That's what a Targaryen looks like, and Martin's actually pretty friggin' explicit about that. Okay, so they look like they come from extremely northern Europe. They look Scandinavian with purple eyes. That's what they look like, and pale skin. So does anybody know what Olivia Cook looks like?
Yeah.
How about Matt Smith? You guys know what Matt Smith looks like?
Yep.
Negative.
Either one of these
Yeah,
guys,
a bit.
either one of those two look like a Targaryen?
Nope.
Nope.
And apparently there's going to be Targaryens of
This is gonna
color
be a
in this.
fucking trainer. This is
Yeah.
stupid.
TLC.
There are going to be Targaryens of color. It's going to be awesome.
So they want to admit that black people were on incest with the white family, yet almost none of the kids end up black.
It's
Like,
those
I don't-
dominant Targaryen genes, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
in a serious, very serious note, at what point does this tokenism just stop? Because, I get that the whole point
It
is
never
to keep
stops.
this
Someone
apart,
stops
but
them.
no.
Unless we fucking stop them, it doesn't stop.
Because they know there's like the black people who like Game of Thrones, like there's not going to be more of
And I'm
them
sorry, wasn't it
because you added
proven that
black
the
people.
land wasn't it proven that the land they live like is like the Europe of this world? Travel's not as big as ours, so wouldn't it literally make sense if bigger parts of the population were mostly literally white?
I mean, as far as Targaryens are concerned, or the Northerners in Westeros, sure, but I mean, let's be fair. The Dorne was an entire area of Westeros of color. Essos had lots of people of color. But Westeros itself is kind of Englandish, right? Like if you look at the map, it bears a significant resemblance to the UK. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but it looks a lot like that.
So here's the thing that bothers me about this woke entertainment. You have on one hand like this constantly pressing, making people not Queen Latifah. Yeah, making Queen Latifah the queen of Westeros.
Cerberus, amazing.
Cerberus the fire dog. I love, by the way, Robert, because that's Robert. I love he's doing the thing where he's messing with everyone's name. He was Culture Casino. He's My Illuminati Recruiter. Nice. He's messing with Fenrir.
I can't wait to see what he has for Ironcaster there. Whatever.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. Or Thoth. Yeah, he's messing with Thoth. He was Anubis. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you be the copper smelter?
Yeah, so that is Girl, the Summer Islanders. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You have this one hand where you're pressing, we need all this representation. On the other hand, if you're somebody who's trying to create, who is a Black creator who's trying to create a story, you're going to be spun into wokeness whether you want to or not. And even if it's offensive to you, it doesn't matter. So you have a bunch of creators of a bunch of different demographics. I'm sure it's not just Black people going through it. It's all different demographics who can't get their own stories authentically out because the allies haven't approved. And you have people being forced into stories that they don't necessarily
minimum thing, dude. That's even the minimum thing. There's a story about a creator of color. I think she was Black, who literally took her job or work out to LA, but the company she wanted to sell her idea to denied her because she was Black, because they thought that she was going to bring all kinds of political crap like one of those She-Ra reboots, and they didn't want to lose money, so they just kicked her out. Man. There's another evidence. These wokies are killing our chances of people of color.
There's a comedian.
Women, either straight or lesbian women.
Men, women, all of them. There's this comedian / group named RDC World. If you ever heard of them, they have like a bunch of little meme videos. And I posted one. They had this one video. Actually, I don't know if I posted that one, where they're trying to pitch a TV show about people like a Black time traveler. And the first thing the guy says, slaves? He was like, nah, we're just adventurers and all this. And the joke is he keeps spinning it into these stereotypes like, oh, you guys are a sports team, right? You're all thugs. And he's like, no, we're just a sci-fi show. That's it.
Yeah. There was actually very interesting. There was actually this video your boy Zach did last night about Blade and how Black characters nowadays can't just have normal adventures like any character would have. No. So like they'll fight dinosaurs or something, or some villain. It has to everything be about slavery, race, evil, racism, every fucking time.
We will get
always white
story.
We will get into that when we start talking about the Black Falcon and the White Panther later.
You're gonna need 2 stopwatches for that, Ironcaster. I'm gonna need a stopwatch myself when I get to that. So,
hey, Vidge, we watch it so you don't have to. We're taking the hit for the team. If Az is doing Batwoman, we'll do Falcon and Winter Soldier. We
fucking hate this world.
I actually haven't even started watching it yet. I was going to watch it like day one, and then I started watching some streams.
I'm sorry, guys. Is there any
hype there, buddy? Just a sec. Let me finish.
Yeah, hang on.
Sorry.
Finish.
And then it imploded all over YouTube. Everybody was doing reviews of it, and I was like, whoa, I think maybe I might want to skip this and just listen to what everybody else has to say, just like I have. So I watched the first bit of Batwoman, and then I fell off because it was awful. And this season, I haven't even bothered to even look at it. It's just awful. So, yeah. Go ahead now, man.
Speaking about Black Woman, or as I call it, Batwoman, or whatever the hell. They were supposed to have a 3rd season, but apparently there's rumors that it's going to be canceled. Still not proven yet, but it seems like it's going to be canceled. So who knows? Maybe we're lucky and children of the future will not be harmed by the images of the shittiness. I mean, they literally told a kid, an orphan black kid, that his life doesn't matter, that no one cares about him, and that no one was going to come to rescue him. That people care about white kids. Black kids don't matter. Literally. You tell that to a child. What do you think is going to go through their mind? That's how you make a supervillain that wants to burn the universe. People don't know how to make good
that's
parents.
exactly why I don't watch Batwoman.
Yeah, you guys are lucky because you get to avoid the lady who lives in the van down by the river.
Which apparently she doesn't live there anymore now. She got evicted.
Oh, she moved out?
They evicted her from the van down by the river?
Trust me, forever she will be the lady that lives in. Trust me, forever she will be the lady that lives in the van
She's
down
probably
by the
going to be
river.
living in the alley behind the soup kitchen next.
Yeah.
Quite
So
possible.
check this out. So here's some more development projects that Martin's working on. Okay. So a Nymeria project. So if you guys remember the story of the warrior queen Nymeria, you know, like some way back ancestor of House Martell in Dorne. And they talked about her a little bit, you know, like Arya really looked up to her and what have you. And you kind of look through this, it's like, you know, that could be a cool story if you do it as like a limited run series.
That's all right.
Like
Godzillionaire's comment.
Godzillionaire?
Yeah.
Van woman.
Woman.
Van woman. Is that something on the hub, Godzillionaire? What is that about?
Van woman.
It was something.
I'm gonna say you don't have to blame the hub. There's literally a porn of Captain Marvel out there that is way better than the original movie.
I keep
That's
hearing
not
about
is way
saying
better.
a lot, but I believe it.
Yeah, Axel Braun, man. That's our Captain Marvel. Okay.
Hey, Geek Tropology, good to see you.
The Sea Snake. So with a working title of 9 Voyages, it's from the creator of Rome, and it follows the Sea Snake, the Lord of Tides, and the head of House Valerian.
Now, there's a series that was canceled way too soon, man. I loved Rome.
Seafaring character, yeah. Also appears the character's also going to be in the House of the Dragon. So, okay, yet another potentially interesting story here if they do it, you know, properly. Flea Bottom,
Dude,
okay, a project set in King's Landing slums. This could be interesting. Okay, Duncan Egg. I don't know if I have any interest. Did any of you guys read that Duncan Egg stuff that he put out?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's actually a good story.
Okay, so if they follow Duncan the Tall, so this could be interesting if they stick with it.
Yeah, it's a good storyline.
Yeah, so this is all the stuff that Martin has got in progress. And what's sad about it is, like, if it's done well and not through, you know, woke craziness, these all sound like they could be very interesting, fun stories. But nobody's going to give a shit if you never get the finale of the novel series, the main fucking series.
You got to hook up
I
with
have an answer to that.
One really great series to get them interested in all the other spin-offs.
Yeah, but if you never finish the great series, who cares? I mean, I'm still, like, right now, I'm torn. I'm torn whether, if by some miracle Winds of Winter actually gets published.
Okay,
I don't know if I'm going to buy it.
Okay, here's what I have to say to the miracle. Wiener, 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 wiener,
Wieners, fluffy wieners, wieners, fluffy wieners.
It's never coming out, let's be honest.
Oh, Jesus.
He'll hit the ground before banking it out.
Islington Girl said it exactly the way I feel right now. Right there. Bam.
Yes, exactly. Right. And that's why that was my point. It's like, I don't even know if I care enough to buy it if it actually releases. It's like, I don't know if I care anymore. That's what happens when you take 11 fucking years to publish your next book. Yeah.
Oh.
Drop the mic. Boom. That's it.
All right, guys. All right, does anybody have anything else to say about it? It's like, let's do a quick poll of the panel. If let's say it comes out in 2022, just to make up a date, or let's say it publishes in December of this year. Thoth, are you going to buy Wins Winner?
Yes.
All right, V-Dub?
I was never into it, so that's why I'm a bad ass.
That's fair. All right, Ironcaster.
I don't even think I finished the fifth book to let alone get into the fifth book to let alone get into a sixth. So I'm basically done.
All right. Flavor Flavs.
I'm gonna wait for the opinions of whom I hold to valuable degrees. They're gonna walk the minefield for me, and if they don't get struck, I'll walk with them.
Fair enough. Fenrir.
Well, I haven't finished half of the fifth book, but I just might really just the whole weight, just to pay off the weight.
All right.
I kind of have to because a lot of the YouTube channels that I follow, a lot of the Game of Thrones theory, a lot of the Song of Ice and Fire theory stuff. There's some really, really good YouTube channels out there that are they're kind of hiding their upset on what's going on. They're doing their best to throw shit out there, but I think that I need to because I do want to know what's going to happen. If he goes much longer, though. He's losing his audience, but I think it's going to be a bestseller as soon as it comes out. It's going to sell millions and millions of copies.
If it comes out 2022, it'll still hit like gangbusters.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it will.
I do think there's a little bit of the Pacquiao Mayweather thing where it waits so long that just people I hate you, but I want this damn thing because it is still an event, you know.
But the problem with that is we've already seen how the way the show ends.
Yeah.
That the way that show ended, it's gonna be a bucket of water on that fire with
a wet noodle.
With however much of a fire people still have for the next book. The way the show ended is still like a bucket of water on those embers.
Yep,
dude. Yep. Yeah, of course, it's been on pre-order for over a decade. Yeah. Well, that's one way to increase your sales.
God, Billionaire is killing it with the comments. Every comment.
See, he was right here in my mind. He knew exactly what I was thinking.
What do you guys say who read him? Alexander says he's a one-trick pony, that he just gets you hooked on heroes and then kills them. Is that really, you think?
Well, he did it like in every single book multiple times.
Gets a bit boring after the third or fourth time. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the big characters he hasn't, but I expect by the end of this, if A Dream of Summer ever does come out, that it's going to be massive casualties in the big names.
Oh, spring is just a dream, man. That never sees the light of day. No fucking way.
You never know.
Not a chance.
I would be shocked if it does come out. I think that he's gonna have a hard time just even getting this one out.
The Islington girl says the only reason she would ever read it is for Jamie and Brienne's arc, and the rest of them can die or stay dead. Oh man.
I think that's a Shakespearean tragedy waiting to happen, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we saw how that particular arc's going to end, and it was, I mean, God, that was so. Dude.
I want to see Jamie dead at the hands of Brienne. That's the way I want it to end. Maybe with them kissing, and then she stabs him.
Be all right. That'd be better than what we got on the damn TV show. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. When you see the poll of the chat and of the panel, I mean, I didn't hear a lot of enthusiasm for Wins a Winner. You know, that's like the big thing I noticed.
I mean, I'm more of a normie as far as that stuff goes, but if I was waiting this long for anything, I'll admit you guys are a bit more generous than me. I probably would. I would have let the ship sail, and if word goes around, I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta swim back to the ship. It's gonna be a long journey, but it's worth swimming if it's worth the hype. But yeah, you guys are more generous than me because they would just drive me crazy to wait this long. But then again, I don't know how good Game of Thrones is, so maybe I might feel differently if I had read it. So, and that's possible too.
Godzillionaire.
That's a good one.
Oh my god. oh, Thoth. I see you. You need to
Yes.
run, sir.
Yeah,
All
I have to head out,
right.
guys.
Any
It's been great spending some time with you and talking about something that I love. I think that a lot of that love has faded, just like a relationship over a long period of time. It's great talking about this stuff, though. But thank you for letting me join in, Jake D, and looking forward to the next conversation we have. Since it's kind of perfect because I haven't watched the Winter Soldier and the Falcon yet. So that's perfect. But I look forward to listening to this on the replay, though, and hearing what you guys have to say.
outstanding. You go enjoy dinner with Mrs. Thoth and give her our regards, my friend.
I
Take
will, my
care,
friend.
Thoth, and I'll see you Thursday for the Lantern panel. We're gonna have a blast.
That's right. One punch.
I can't wait.
Nice
Oh,
one.
I'm excited.
That was
Have
a
a
blast
nice
last
one.
week, and looking
I
forward to this week.
know.
And I hear RMB might drop in too. So
Oh, that'd be
we're
cool.
we're working on that.
Shows up, I'm gonna freak. I mean, dude, just the knowledge that we were all passing around, it was insane. It's like we were passing around pizzas. We knew it,
Exactly.
we loved it.
Okay.
We had no problem sharing our love together with
Okay.
it. We were
Lord
one.
Look, before you go, I have this weird habit of asking you old timers about old movies that you suggest for me. One of the new younger generation. Have any suggestions?
Oh
Well,
my
have you-
goodness! Put me on
Have
the
you
spot.
watched?
Where do
have
I
you
begin?
watched
Gremlins?
History of the World Part 2? Have you watched History of the World Part 2 yet, Fenrir?
Have not yet. I just
Life
finished
of
Blazing
Brian,
Saddles,
Monty
Gremlins.
Python and the Holy
and-
Grail. Got to get some Monty Python and the Holy Grail in.
Have you
No,
seen-
I've seen five.
Did you go watch Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money yet?
I have not. But as long as the Schwartz is with me, you can believe that I shall.
Your Schwartz is as big as mine. I'll think about it and get back to you.
Yeah. You know where to find me.
10-4. Thanks, guys. Great.
Take care,
great
Thoth.
seeing y'all. Have a good
All
night.
right. Take it easy, Thoth.
Bye, chat.
Yeah. Oh man. I
all
gotta love the thought.
Good
Gotta
suggestions.
love the thought.
Yep.
Hey, Mary G says, no divorce today, Thoth.
I thought the same thing. I was going to congratulate him for no divorce achievements.
I almost gave him one right at the start. He was really close.
Man, this is a lot of divorces. I mean, to be fair, he could afford it considering his position in life, but man, that bill's gonna add up with the amount of divorces he's getting.
All right. So,
Shout out to Lady Thought for putting up with
Yeah, you're a
Our
hero
Canadian
for
Egyptian
surviving
guy.
that.
all right. So, all right, dude. So we got to get into talking about the Black Falcon and the White
Yes.
Panther.
Okay. So I have not seen this, and I am gonna need context on how
Everything.
that done. But it's like I want to know. I would love to know what normies think of this shit. I would love to know, like are normies just buying this shit, or are they like, wait a second, you're telling me that this guy's been oppressed this whole movie? Speaking of oppression, by the way,
They just
if
buy
we
it.
want to talk about something that happened to black people, everyone forgets in Civil War that Vision definitely tried to murder Falcon and almost murdered War
Rhodey?
Machine, Rhodey,
Yep.
and
War
nobody that
Machine.
never gets brought up. And P.S. We
Yeah.
all know how Terrence Howard got the news about the fact that he wasn't going to be wrote. Now I heard there was some negotiation issues, or whatever, but he found out like
all
all
about
of
the
us.
Disney,
Apparently,
the Disney
Ike
guy,
Perlmutter
the
said
Disney guy who said
nobody would notice.
I'm
because
glad
all
you asked
black
about
people
the
look alike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hold
or
on.
something like that. They look alike, or nobody would notice. It was something like that. Yeah, Ike Perlmutter is the guy's name, by the way.
VW, I could actually answer your question about the normie thing because about a handful of people at my work have watched the show and they as far as Marvel goes, they know the movies. They don't know the books. They couldn't tell you anything about that, but they know the movies, and the response, the average response, probably around 10 people who I've asked, the best response is about average. The best at best from a normie.
And a lot of that average is just, well, I'm so invested in Marvel that I don't hate it.
It comes from a place where they like Anthony Mackie. And some of them,
I like Anthony Mackie a ton.
Oh, I do too. And I had one even tell me like that. One who I know who doesn't like it told me that they wish they loved this because they love Anthony Mackie. And that's kind of where I am too. I wish I loved this, but I can't.
I do like Mackie.
Oh, how can you not? He's a likable guy.
So the Black Falcon,
he's a charismatic. I love
the
him
White
since
Panther.
the time he played Tupac on that story movie about B.I.G. about Biggie. It was great.
Yeah, but I really want to talk about this whole Black Falcon and White Panther shit that they did in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exaggerating.
I know you're not. Verified
all the characters, the Black Falcon and the White Panther.
Yep.
They really did that?
Yep,
yes.
they really did that. Not
I
exaggeration. There's not that's as literal gets, not figurative, literal.
Yeah.
Look,
literally.
I don't want to seem bad, but I never liked the idea of the Black Captain America, Isaiah, whatever the fuck his name is. I never liked the way he was introduced, the story, and all of that, and how a lot of people just juiced up on the racist part instead of what she was supposed to mean. It was just annoying to me because every time they try to bring a black character into a story, it's always something about race. It can never be just a story, like another normal human being. And when it
has to be infantilized.
They scream
first.
shit about it too.
Got to be infantilized
I don't see
first,
that shit. Why? I just want
that.
to have a good conversation.
Nope.
So allies can
The Fresh Prince never happened.
The woke liberals are not our allies.
Yeah.
They're not our fucking allies.
See,
they're nobody's allies.
No. Yeah, Liger fan, the Black Falcon and White Panther looks to be on the way to making the Black Falcon the new Cap. Totally agree. Even though they're showing it as if it really should be the White Panther who gets the shield. Which is, it's like,
well, they made remember the last show they just did with WandaVision, the villain was the hero. Where the guy who did everything by the book tried to neutralize a threat. Was treated as the villain, and the villain, the actual villain who kidnapped thousands of people, including children, and had them hiding under, in rooms and shit. She was just, well, you're grief and it's okay, and girl power, and just go be strong.
Wanda Maximoff was just Kilgrave on the city level scale.
Absolutely, it's just as bad as Kilgrave. Worse, way worse.
Yeah, way worse. I mean, because he's powerful, but he wasn't that powerful. He had to go out to people and give them individual contact each. Yeah. So he actually had to put in some work. As twisted as it was, Wanda Maximoff can have a thought and make it happen. That's where you're like, that's the difference. And it's
got away with it.
And got away with it.
The Islington girl
the city won't know what you did for you.
She makes a great point here, guys. So look at this. The Islington girl says, in the first episode, you have to know who they're having sex with, even if you don't care. And that is so much of our shows right now.
Yeah. And honestly, that predates wokeness. That's been going on for a while because it was honestly even the Mad Men era. And even though I like the show, but that brought in the everybody is screwing everybody. So that became an interesting, necessary part to every character where it's like that sometimes is necessary, but it's not for every show all the time. So
now get this though, V-Dub. And there's several articles out there about this. But there's a new ship because of the second episode of the show.
What's the new ship? I guarantee nobody's gonna be super straight in this ship. Go ahead.
It's Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Nope.
Of course it is. That was the goal. For
them to get in the seats. They thought about Twitter. They talk about the Twitter Puritans when that happened.
This is a post Raylo. You know what I mean? Disney. They absolutely wanted to ship them. They absolutely wanted to encourage the Tumblr, Twitterverse.
Despite the fact that shippers can be some of the most dangerous and psychotic people out there. Not
And you know
joking.
how I
This is a
know
real thing.
they want? Yeah, they're psychotic. Y'all talked about how they are trying to go at Adam Driver's wife and shit like that.
Oh, so
But-
sad. And he's
You know how I know they were trying to ship them? In the very first trailers, there are scenes where they're really awkwardly close to each other's mouth and stuff like that. And there's like they're almost playing off a sexual tension as much as they're butting of the heads tension.
Let me pull up a scene from this episode.
Oh, Islington Girl. Surprised it took 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised it didn't happen the first one.
The first few trailers had things where I thought I saw that, but I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not, I don't want to see ghosts, so I didn't say anything. But now knowing that, I'm like, yeah, they tried to do this on purpose because they are going towards this Twitter community. They do want, like, as much as there's some useful idiots going on, they do want their approval. They really, in that shipping community is a huge part of it.
Yeah,
And that's
again,
how,
they're
I mean,
dangerous.
be concerned that they use the Twitter demographic. I mean, if this isn't verified and confirmed at this rate that they use Twitter as their way of saying what people want, I mean,
It's like couples counseling.
I know, right?
It
looks
is
just like
couples
Again.
counseling.
Again, I really don't.
She
Again,
even
this-
tells them at the beginning of this scene that she's going to use some techniques that she uses in couples counseling.
Okay, quick question: does this woman know who these two really are in this universe?
Yes.
So she has no fear of speaking with a trained assassin who sometimes really loses mental consciousness and goes on killing rampages the way she does.
Mm-hmm.
Again, because this is a guy who
Falcon
if he
has no
gets too mad,
powers
could
to
probably
protect
break her
her.
neck without a thought.
Yeah. But I mean, look at this.
I Mackie too. I really do. He's said interviews that are pretty anti-woke. I brought this up before, but he was against the whole.
Sebastian,
Yes, he has
Sebastian
plenty of
Stan
times.
is a very. I mean, they went after his girlfriend because she wore a Japanese dress.
Do remember that? Yeah,
I
they
remember
did.
that too. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and Sebastian Stan should be playing Luke Skywalker. Not that I care about Star Wars anymore. I don't care.
No one cares.
I'm not thinking about Star Wars.
Yeah, he doesn't do that anymore because he was healed in Wakanda, where he became the White Panther.
Again, Wakanda cared more about Winter Soldier than they do Falcon, which is whatever.
Which is very strange, isn't it?
Yeah,
and at
Despite the fact that Wakanda is incredibly racist when it comes to white people. Not forgetting that. Just read the comic books with Hunter.
Yeah, but this scene, this scene, in addition to some other shit, got a lot of the shippers going. V-Dub.
Yeah, but this scene was in the original marketing. It was in the original marketing.
Was it really? Oh man.
Yes, it was in the original marketing, or like a little clip of it. And I thought, man, that looks a little weird. I didn't really put the screws to it to think that hard to really realize, yeah, they're trying to encourage shipping. I mean, the Raylo thing, the only time shipping ever actually did anything of like profitable note was the Twilight series, right? With the whole love triangle thing. And that as much as there is a hatred, a lot of this is not about money, it's about sending a message. They are indeed still trying to get that market again.
Yeah.
If they can get them.
Mackie stands are weird. Yes, they are. 32 cents for
they still got a long way to go to reach Raylos.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like.
Hey, does anyone here remember the? Okay, I have old G1 Transformer fans here, right? Everyone remember that in the old Transformers, traditionally Optimus Prime had this romance thing with one of the Autobots. What was her name? Alita 1, right?
Alita 1.
Yeah, I think. Well, there's this crazy rumor.
Oh, dude!
Whoa, dude! Whoa, bro!
Dude,
it's the king of the Transformers, man. Holy shit, that is massive.
that's
as big as your torso, man.
The color's not coming in right. It looks yellow on this, but he's like a highlighter. He's like a green.
Really?
Is that green?
Yeah,
Because it's coming across like a
it's
sandy,
Yeah, that's
sand
like
yellow.
it's like a
I
tan.
was gonna say it's like a tan. It looks like it went tanning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a khaki tan. It's not coming.
Wait
through.
a minute.
Definitely on the beige side.
Wait a minute. Is that a white transformer? Are you supporting the
I am
racism?
in fact whitewashing him.
Bro, that sounds problematic.
I like it.
That's
He was like
aggressive.
so angry.
That's aggressive, guys. Come on, that's really
Okay.
aggressive.
He sits here. He sits here on my
the
desk and
rumor-
looks over at me as I look at the internet. He's not happy at what he sees.
Okay, the rumor that I heard about this new movie universe that they're gonna make, after you told me about it, Ironcast, I went to do some research. The rumor that I heard, instead of making them friends or allies, as of the original Transformers versions, they're gonna make them lovers.
They're gonna what?
Well, I mean,
Optimus
that was always
Prime and
kind of a
Megatronus.
thing.
Orion
Oh.
Pax and Megatronus.
Oh, that. I thought you were talking about Alita one still. No.
Now, Orion Pax and Megatronus. There's a rumor about that. To bring representation among giant gay robots.
I mean, I guess if you, I mean, can robots truly be gay though?
I got robots.
Personality-wise, they are male and female. Personality-wise, so yeah.
Sure.
I also saw rumors of a trans. About, how can I say? They them Autobot. I really don't know. Do these people know that these pronouns don't really work in combat? Because things like they and them can confuse other soldiers.
Well, I mean, furthermore, with Cybertronians, as far as the biology works, they quite literally like grow out of the ground. Sexual characteristics have no bearing on them.
God, if the Transformers movie came out today, they would be looking to a Twitter crowd like, okay, which two Transformers could we have next to each other? So it could be like, oh my God, ship them. Geek Tropology, don't say that, man, because they're gonna find a way. I mean, they did with Lando Calrissian and the droid in that one movie.
Good thing. Well said, Geek Tropology. Wakanda's.
I don't know how it works.
People dying
Like
around them.
they.
Well, according to the droid that's
ass
with
action.
Lando, you have to roll that because she said it works.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we need to
Lando-
see a reverse double Eiffel Tower here.
Come on, double down on your iPhone.
And then
The big boy.
Viewers went up.
Big boy involved. You should got your big transformer involved, so he could break them all with his, Yeah.
This is the episode of the Hub you didn't know you needed.
I can see it now. He's just sitting there, and he's behind the tree.
I wonder. So we can't let Lando alone with C-3PO anymore.
Apparently not.
Apparently, once again, Lando's like he sees her. Like, oh, let's get my right hand going.
here.
What have we here, sweet droid? Let me rub you here. Yeah, we'll see which wires work and which ones don't.
So V-Dub, though, so getting you the context on this whole Black Falcon thing, right? So they're rolling up in a not so good neighborhood, right? And it's Bucky and Sam, and they're walking through, and there's these two little kids, right? And I don't know, maybe like if I call them boys, I might get canceled. But there's these two little boys. They're like 8 and 12, right? And they're sitting there and they recognize Sam. And the younger one's like, yo, it's the Black Falcon.
Yeah.
Straight up, right? And now to your point about Mackie not being down with that kind of shit, I have nothing to go by other than the fact that I know Mackie's not down with this shit based on his interviews and other places. But basically, to his credit, and I did like how they rolled with it, but I don't think it was in the script.
Yeah, they even had
Mackie says to the kid, "Hey, do they call you the black kid?"
yeah.
Robert / Ginger Eraser said, "Yo, it's the white Jake D."
Exactly. That's right.
Oh my God, Geek Apologies comment. Oh my, what are you doing, Masako, this year?
Oh, those damn droids. Isn't he now a gay icon, Lando?
He's a pansexual. No, he's a pansexual icon. That's why I said fucking droids, because pansexuals fuck anything that moves.
They featured
Including
him on
kids,
some
Hollywood.
kind of. They featured him on some kind of pride thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
the Pride
he
Month
was
parade.
only made pansexual in the movie Solo that lost money and nobody saw. Like that doesn't count. He wasn't pansexual in the original trilogy.
I really don't
which
think
most
Solo
people
is even
saw.
canon. I really
Even
don't
if
think
you-
Solo is even canon.
Even if you want to go based on the whole Solo thing, the L337 was female. Lando as a character is always attracted to feminine things.
Yeah, but I guess. Well, we do have a sentient dildo in our fan base, so I don't want to discriminate those. You know, our sentient dildo fan base. But like, who is this for? Like, what are the groups of people? Like, yes, I also fuck droids. I am so glad I'm represented by Lando
Twitter
Calrissian.
bots that don't pay to see these things. They really want that Twitter money, even though it wouldn't really give them that much money. Even if we did a hypothetical world where that Twitter graphic put out the money, the amount of active Twitter users versus the amount of people in the world, the numbers don't even come close. So it makes it even worse when that Twitter crowd doesn't come out for these movies. They talk about the Charlie's Angels and your Birds of Prey. They talk about all these things. Yeah. They talk about how all these movies are going to do this and how these look amazing. But when it comes time to actually, putting their money where their mouths are, they don't turn up. They had all these opportunities. They had all the opportunities to do it.
Here's a test I once did. Grab 3 lesbians, take them to the original Charlie's Angels movies, make them watch all the movies, and show them the new one. Guess which one of the two they pick?
The old ones.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Who doesn't love the old ones?
I mean, people who are wrong.
The first one was pretty good. I didn't really like the second one, but the first one was pretty good.
Yeah, first one was that first one McG got it right. The second one was just like, but still, it was.
Second was better than what we got. Of course.
Yeah, I mean that's
second was very much of the,
not that's hard, but yeah.
But the second was a very much. It's super 2003 or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's a product of its time.
2002, 2003.
Yeah. So they feature Lando as part of Star Wars Pride Month, and those exact same people, shrunk a character down on the China movie poster.
Because remember,
and edited on a kiss.
I'm not speaking all Chinese. I'm not speaking every single Chinese person, but the China people are not that very good with black people. Not gonna lie, even some of the immigrants here.
I don't know how much I believe that. I got to be honest.
I was just thinking that too. Okay, I was just watching the highlight tape of Kobe Bryant in China. He was beloved.
What about LeBron James? I thought he was huge.
Will Smith has been beloved. There have been like famous black people beloved in China. But go ahead.
My friend here, Gao Feng, he says to me that in China there are many black celebrities, from Michael B. Jordan and the other basketball players, are very beloved and respected. But this is in the downer neighborhood, so we're talking about high society assholes and all that kind of crap. Yeah. You're not gonna find one that ain't racist.
Yeah, and so only blue-haired land whales have got a cool thing with sex with robots. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't even think
robot sex works.
That's exactly
they have slots going into other things.
Wait. Do you have a demonstration for us, Ironcaster?
Please. Let's see what the big boy can do. Show us what the big boy can do. Man, you could stick it in a lot of holes there on that one. A lot of potential.
Yeah, well, you see, the Islington girl though. That's really where I'm going. Is it's an authority thing? It's not
government.
A people.
It's the government.
That's really kind of I was kind of going too. It's the Chinese government. I mean, I don't know. Fenrir just brought up a point, and I think that's valid as well. But I think it's a lot bigger with the government. Just messed up. And again, they also edited out a kiss that they hyped up
Oh,
so
yeah.
much. They were like, "Oh, we're so progressive, you istaphobes,"
Yeah, the
but China
Chinese
don't worry
government
about
is
it.
not stupid.
Yeah, and
Again,
Rajesh
the
Rajesh
Chinese
makes a
government
very
is
good
not
point.
stupid. They know
That's
it's
kind of
good.
where I was going.
Rajesh has got it really, and that is
Yeah, the
don't
Chinese government
conflate
isn't stupid.
don't conflate the government with the people. It's
Yeah,
not
the
one and the
Chinese government-
same.
Oh no,
The
absolutely.
government
We
isn't
definitely
stupid,
should not.
actually.
I mean,
They're
there's
not
a local
stupid.
Chinese I go to all the time, and they are some of the most wonderful people, and I've been going on and off to them for over 20
Exactly.
years.
Dude, you got to review that food on
20
the channel,
years.
man.
I feel like it
Exactly.
wouldn't be fair
Here-
because I've already had it so many times. See, like when I'm doing the reviews, it's got to be for things I haven't had because it's like
Ah.
I already know I like
Here-
it, so it's not fair.
Exactly. Here there are a few Chinese families, and they're always very nice to me. Always very
Such nice
conversational,
people.
simple.
Very.
But there's still a lot of conflict in a few, but mostly those who have very big place in society again. But the Chinese government isn't stupid. They know that if they keep racial tensions out because of races or the minorities, because they know if you allow one part in slowly and slowly and slowly, they will dominate more and more of the
Mhm.
society by becoming members. So they want to not allow them to have rights, so they keep them separated through racial conflict. The government itself is making this happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. All right, so I can turn the camera back and see. I had to turn it off because I had dinner brought into me, and I didn't want to be chowing down on camera there. But oh my god, that was so good.
Oh,
All right.
now you make me want
What are we
some.
having?
I had so it was baked chicken done with a raspberry habanero sauce, and then sliced up, done up on on a skillet on the stove top with some nicely baked asparagus.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
that's the
Oh.
cream frige, man.
Dude,
That's the cream frige.
raspberry habanero sauce on the chicken. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it was
fuck
good.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
cream
good.
frige.
You know, it's funny. That sound right there, that very bass guttural. You hear it when people get into something they really love. So as soon as I hear someone get, as soon as I ask someone, "Hey, what do you think about this show, this movie, this?" I hear that. Oh man, like someone gets down into that. It's like, oh, okay, I got something good here.
Yeah. I think it's like a natural reaction to everybody does that, even little kids. Have you guys seen the video of the little toddler who discovers that bacon is the greatest thing on the planet?
No,
Dude,
you know the
no,
video
I need
I'm
to see
talking about?
that. I need to see that.
You guys haven't seen this?
No.
Oh, shit. I gotta pull this shit up. You guys, this is unbelievably awesome.
I want to
Oh,
see
let me-
this because my 7-year-old, she loves bacon. She gets
Yeah.
so excited. So it's gonna be nice
Okay.
to see more excitement.
I'll put him down for now.
I was gonna
We'll go-
say, you gonna
we'll go
play
over
with them
my
some
LGs
more?
later.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna bring this up. You guys are gonna just absolutely die. This is freaking hysterical. All right, let me.
Everything okay there?
Yeah, I got to share the audio and everything, right? So you guys, because it's important.
Yeah, we gotta share the audio and there.
Okay, all right, you gotta listen to this.
Jason, is that good?
You can't do nothing but smile at this.
Yeah.
This kid truly has discovered a wonder. Look at him.
You cannot
doing that
script
with
any
love.
kid to do that. You can't script any kid to do that.
The kid's falling in love.
Look at this. He's just like stuffing everything in.
Oh man.
I just hope this. Bacon squat.
Oh man.
I just hope that this does not lead to a lifelong like obesity thing, where he's just eating
No
bacon
way.
all day.
Dude.
Not possible, but don't worry. The kid just found a substitute love life for the moment.
There you go. Hell, Draco's
There you
back.
go. Draco's back.
Hey,
All
Hey.
I rolled that for a minute. Thought to
Welcome
see how
back.
crazy got to you.
I think he had to take a bacon break. And so
Only no,
Now
that
he's
child
back.
was definitely proving
Oh my
that
god,
bacon
ginger
is
ginger
indeed
eraser.
life.
God damn it.
Oh, righty then.
Oh man. Yeah, give that kid a piece of bacon
Alexander,
and
right?
Nirvana. See,
Nirvana.
that's all the proof I need to know that bacon is the perfect food.
Man, Nirvana. That would make a cool rock album name. Nirvana.
Kids will be on right? No, Regis is right. I mean, that kid, he's gonna probably be one of those like he's like, if this does have bacon, I'm not eating today. Like, man, that was amazing.
Red shirt. Bacon's
Yeah.
the gateway meat for vegetarians. Dude, I all the proof that I need that there is a God is bacon. That's all the proof I need.
Bacon. Bacon.
And one of the most
Bacon.
ironic things that the people of God are denied it.
Oh, Islington
Oh,
girl.
Is
Come to
that's how you-
Vegas
Cinnamon
in
rolls with
August and then
bacon.
bring 100 of those, and I'll eat 95 of them, and maybe I'll let the other guys have the other 5. Because I want, and I'll give you money for those 95, by the way. That silly Buddha was meditating for years. I never thought of bacon.
Dude, well,
Or
the fact
was
that the
he?
chosen people are not allowed to have bacon is proof that a large sacrifice is being requested.
Indeed.
See?
the greatest sacrifice of men.
Is bacon.
Why do you think Devastator's so grumpy? He doesn't get to have bacon.
See? That's what I'm talking
That's why they're
about.
so angry. That's why
That's
they always
what-
have to let you know.
Want bacon.
Okay. Okay, enough of the bacon talk for the moment.
Dude, that kid's
Bacon.
face.
Okay, guys, you're making me hungry.
That
Bacon.
kid's
Good.
face
That's the
When he-
point.
Bacon.
when he's eating the very first bacon of his life. I mean, like Alex said, it's just Nirvana. You know, I mean,
Kick ass name.
I can't believe some of you guys hadn't seen that before.
I have
I'm
never
just glad I've
seen
seen
that.
it now.
Now I know
Yeah.
people said bacon is making them hungry, but Fimmer made a Nirvana joke, and now like Nirvana is stuck in my head. Like Nirvana song.
No, I'm not saying. No, I said Nirvana would be a cool kick-ass rock album name.
Yeah, but I couldn't help but to think of.
You
like,
know,
the
there was a
band for Nirvana.
band named Nirvana, right, Fenrir?
You might have to
do not.
Google that.
No, I did not.
Oh, you know, he might not.
I did not know that.
Holy
I
shit!
did not know that.
I hate being
He's
so
lying.
old.
He's lying. He's
Yeah,
lying.
Lying.
Dude,
Lying.
no way.
They've
No.
been
Okay, I've heard rumors about something called Nirvana.
You've
Maybe
seen the
that's
shirt.
that.
He's
Have
lying.
you at least seen the shirt? Because people wear.
Okay,
that
Well,
shirt.
speak some of the songs. Maybe I heard it.
Consider the
Maybe I
stuff
heard it by mistake.
Smells
that
like Teen
Netflix album
Spirit.
cover. Spirit.
Come as you
As you
are.
are.
I don't
As
know
you
the words.
No, it's
to
come
this
as you
song.
are.
No,
As you
no,
were.
have it
As
done.
I want you.
Never heard in my
to
life.
be.
With the
Never
light.
heard in my life.
It's the
As a
status.
friend.
Here we are.
As
You work again.
Never heard
We are now.
Oh, Timber, I feel so sad.
I come from a doomed generation. I try to survive and learn as best I can.
Wow. No, I have had a moment like a life's aspiration
makes
has
me feel
just
so
been
old.
met. Like for real, you guys, you don't understand how happy you've just made me. Okay, you got to understand that being on a panel with 5 other people and
Oh, he censored it.
and not being the worst,
Censored the Willy.
not
I've
being
got
the
it.
worst singer on the panel, that's like a life's
guys.
aspiration. All 5 of you guys suck, and
I cannot
I'm
sing.
awful.
I
And you're
didn't say
worse.
sing. I didn't sing anything. I didn't sing
Draco
a
can
single
sing.
note.
Draco
I
can
am at the
sing.
bottom of the ocean here.
Oh yeah, let's show that album cover again, Ironcaster.
Yeah,
The album cover. Yes.
All right,
doing
he's got to
you a favor.
censor it. Yeah. Okay. Nirvana, never mind. That's
Never
the
mind.
one. That's the one. The first one to get Fenrir.
Yeah, In Utero to
Okay.
me is better, but Nevermind is really good as well. They're both really good. They're really good.
Well, there's
Yeah,
also
if
the
you-
there's also the live from MTV album.
the Unplugged.
Look,
Unplugged was excellent.
really good. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Jaffo. The fact that I'm not the worst
I have
singer on this
auto-tune,
panel
so
is
that's the
scary.
only way out.
Right, you don't have an achievement for that one.
Technically, I was doing "Smells Like Teen Spirit," so I was not singing.
Yeah, there's a scream. It's a scream. It's just a
The
scream.
best part of waking up is Jake D in your cup.
Rajesh, actually, there's a 0% chance of that because there's no way an algorithm
Not
can
possible.
recognize that.
There's no way.
There's no way.
We are
Okay, all you
humans can do
memers
it.
out there, we need to have them. Jake D's in the cup saying hi there.
Oh, dude, yes, Godzillionaire. Oh my God. Oh,
That's
Ironcaster.
even better.
You gotta
That's
make
even
this
better.
happen.
That's front. I'm not going to be able to do that right away. Otherwise, I'd do it. Fuck yeah.
Oh my goodness! And then on the other end of the spectrum, for why he's never heard of Nirvana, of course, is
Don't
the
worry, he hasn't
Redshirt.
heard Nirvana yet. He still hasn't heard Nirvana yet. We made sure of that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That was we were yeah.
Let me get
still
on
have
my
much to
sound
learn.
system.
I'm still too
I'll do
young.
some. I'll do some Nirvana. Even better yet, just go Google it.
Yes.
And we're not talking about the Azul press cakes.
Blue waffles.
Blueberry
What?
waffles.
No, Nirvana is they
A
were
band.
among the lead of the bands out of Seattle that created the grunge movement. Fenrir. They dressed a lot like Ironcaster.
They did like those flannels.
A lot of bands that came up from there were them, Pearl Jam,
You get a lot of the
Okay,
sound.
that I know.
Soundgarden,
I do know
Alice in
Kurt Cobain.
Chains. So Alice in
Okay.
Chains. Have you heard
yeah.
of the Foo
That's Nirvana.
Fighters? Have you heard of the Foo
Okay, so
Fighters?
Kurt Cobain was a member
Remember?
because I do know
Yes,
Kurt
he was a
Cobain.
member.
Lead
Yes, I
singer.
have. I have a
Lead
few
singer.
songs.
Okay.
There you go.
Dave Grohl, the singer and guitarist of the Foo Fighters, is the drummer of Nirvana.
There we go. I've got to get the flight on proper.
Chris Novoselic.
Yeah, now you got
That's
it. Now
right.
you
Oh,
got
yes.
it.
Dude, now you sing
Jason
Even Flow
Jason
for us.
Holy shit, these are a couple of good names.
Sing Even Flow.
Grunge
These are a couple of good names.
Even Flow. You gotta
Dude.
sing Even Flow.
Smells
for us.
like
Thank
Teen-
God, thank
Wait a
God
second,
nobody
they
on
wrote
this
Smells
stream
Like a Teen
can
Spirit.
sing. Yes.
Wait,
That was their breakout.
Wait, they wrote
Redshirt.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. I do know that song.
Yeah, that's why I was
Okay.
screwing it up so bad.
I
I'll
have heard
cover
that
it.
song.
Yeah, Bush was another big one. Yeah. That explains everything.
That explains everything. Yeah.
Huge. I like Eddie Vedder because
I do know that song. This
Eddie Vedder is a
Come As You Are, The Man Who Sold the World, Heart Shaped Box,
That's
I'm
actually
yeah.
a bonus song.
hungry.
In Bloom, All Apart.
Okay, you've heard
You guys had
this.
a lot of crazy names on their songs.
But the Man Who Sold the World is actually a Bowie cover. Check out the Bowie version too, because that's also good.
dude. One of the things I love about Eddie Vedder, guys, is that he's a huge fucking Cubs fan, and he always had these
They
someday
literally
it's
had
gonna.
a song kill.
Yeah, so Vedder
They
Vedder
literally
put
had a
out
song
these.
called "Rape
Hey,
Me."
Federer, give me a minute.
Yes, they did. And it got lots of airplay.
But yeah, so Vedder, he had these songs about some year is going to be our year for the Cubs, and then finally in 2016 he got to record that it was our year. So, sorry, I'm just a big Cubs fan. You know what I say. All right, go ahead, Fenrir. And yes, they did. They did have a song called "Grape Me." Yeah, they sure did.
They did.
Yeah,
It
we
was,
have to censor a lot.
It was pretty big, in fact.
It's
Very
a good
popular.
song.
Good
Lounge
song.
Attack, Penny Royalty, Territorial
That song's
Pissings,
good.
Love Buzz. Did these guys
These are
have
good
no
songs.
lack of originality when it came to names? Because shit, these names are all original.
Yeah,
I
that,
was
names
Elsa
like
Oh,
type of
Robert!
guy.
Oh,
Holy
that's
dude!
brutal.
Oh,
That's
man!
So I guess Kurt was
Oh.
definitely fit for the Suicide Squad.
Oh no! Oh no!
What is he just said?
Especially, I'm a conspiracy theorist on this one a little bit about because here's what I know about Kurt Cobain and Courtney's Love. Courtney Love knew him 2.5 years and ended up with everything he owned in 2.5 years. So
Yeah.
there's a little suspicion. I'm
And-
always gonna have
and-
my ear.
Oh,
and,
I'm
and
suspicious
Courtney
of that,
Love
too.
sang for a band called Hole. That was just
Yeah, that's
made one song that Kurt Cobain wrote, and I don't remember any other song that they ever did.
oh,
God.
Oh, Godzillionaire.
I thought you guys were brutal to Stevie. This is way worse. Oh my goodness.
Wait.
Yeah,
you
Mary
were
G,
brutal
I'm with
to
that.
Stevie?
All right, Mary
Dead
G,
shot.
I can't highlight that comment over fear of getting nuked.
Mary G, I am in that boat. I'm in that camp.
If you're afraid of getting
I am
nuked,
too.
I'm that,
oh wait, you're afraid of
yeah.
getting nuked? You're afraid of getting
Rajesh,
nuked. then.
yeah.
If I
Rajesh,
highlight that
too.
comment, it might get caught by the
Yeah, it
censors.
would,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Okay then. Give me a second, gentlemen. Just give me a second here. To all the ladies that are in the chat, I suggest for you to turn around and probably not listen to this.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna send out a
I don't know if anyone has ever heard of
achievement for the ladies in the chat. Just fair warning, because this is about to be you, every lady in the chat. Okay, go, Fenrir.
Okay, here we go. I'm reading a book, a very interesting one I bought a couple of months back in an airport. It's called The Bro Code. You see, there is a paragraph in this book that goes to the Book of Barnabas 1-1. It begins like this. And anything of need was provided in that garden. Fruit, water, companionship. But one day, Adam came upon a naked chick, Eve, and desired her olive leaf. And so Adam went it beneath an apple tree to know Eve, totally ditching his bro, Phil, who had Nick tickets, courtside. Long story short, humankind became self-aware, paradise was lost, and well, we all know what happened to the Knicks.
I love that
Do we not?
paragraph. That's pretty funny. I don't know if it was Knicks tickets that was at stake. I think they were a little bit more valuable than Knicks tickets. But what I will say, there's a bit by oh my god, Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks has a
way tamer than I was expecting.
Well, I don't know if this is going to add. Bill Hicks has a bit about I want my rib back. So there's the reference there. Slightly better read and more religious version of Ryan. I mean, I've also heard the everything they were provided everything on earth, and that was still not enough for Eve. She said, "Oh, I could have more," and that fucked up everything. That's neither here nor there. Hey, the first lesson of the Bible is thou shalt not simp. If Adam didn't simp, none of us would be happy.
Well, of course, we'd also none of us would be here either. You know, if that's what you think actually happened. So,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Godzillionaire, great.
Hold on. Well, I gotta tell you about that comment. There's a restaurant in Oklahoma called I Don't Care.
Nice.
So
Dude,
now that argument doesn't hold up if you live in Oklahoma.
Dude,
Where you want to eat.
I'm a big fan of the menu item titled "My Girlfriend's Not Hungry," which is like half a side of fries and Ironcaster has delivered.
I love that. He always has some bacon. He has bacon covering his sausage, and then you have him going after more bacon. Pretty awesome.
Oh,
And you said something about them claiming the logo, so I figured let's throw a little more bacon in there.
You only missed one thing. You needed to have some of that text like they did in the video going, bacon!
Yeah, It's bacon.
Like, and bubbles coming out of his mouth.
I love it. I love it, man. This is great, Ironcaster. Dude, you are so always Johnny on the spot with this shit. I love it. Bacon! Oh my god. Bacon. Oh, Mary G's about to get canceled. She said bacon.
What? Trigger.
Where's the trigger? No, I'm just joking.
Where's the trigger? You weren't giving that bacon to a normal human. Where's the bacon?
Yeah, that kid's got to be like 30 something now, right?
In that neighborhood,
at least 30.
Yeah,
At least 30.
they did a photo shoot with him like now, just recreating the photo.
So let's see, that would have been, when did that album come out? Like 96?
Oh
No,
no, because
91,
Nevermind
92.
was like 94.
Was it earlier than that?
93.
Okay.
Maybe 93. Let's see. Maybe 93 is the year. I think you're right.
91.
90.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow, 30 years ago.
whoo.
Wow. So yeah, that kid would be about 30 now.
That's probably 31 because he was probably like 1 or 2 when the
But
you know,
did
last
he-
time album came out.
Apology.
Did he strategically cover his junk with bacon in the reshoot?
He should have.
Was his junk covered in the reshoot or did he go free ball again?
Was he free falling like that song? 'Cause I'm
What do
free. Free falling, yeah. Free falling,
Dude,
I'm gonna butcher that
free
song on this mic.
falling.
Dude, Nick, Flava Flavs, you are just the absolute man because you make me feel so much better about my singing voice. I mean, like, you have no idea.
Free falling, yeah.
I did the Smells Like Teen Spirit thing. I'm not going to screw up another song on this mic.
Oh, you should have. Come on. If I'm screwing up songs, so can you, Draco. Come on.
That's not my stick. That's not my
Here's
stick.
another one. Here's another one. Send another warning. Send another warning. Send another
dear.
warning.
Ah.
There's another one.
Everybody's fairly warned. Oh, wait. Here, hang on.
Okay, let me.
Okay, Liger fan says he had some shorts on, so that's a good thing.
He shall.
Good, because I was going to go look it up.
If a bro asks another bro to keep a secret, he shall take that secret to his grave. This is what makes them bros, not chicks. Her passion to have babies and accessorize. As such, a bro should take head when divulging a secret to a married bro.
Heed.
Let's see who gets triggered.
Heed.
I think you're
Yeah,
in the
heed.
converted
Sorry,
crowd.
sorry.
A bro should get head,
Sorry,
and
I got head for
a
some-
bro should take heed. Those are very different things.
Yeah, I saw it pretty. I was just going too fast. I was going too fast.
I mean,
Let's see who gets
yeah,
triggered on this one.
I know that English is like your third language, so like totally forgive it.
Actually,
but yeah,
English
take
was
head and
my
take
first
heed.
language.
Take head and
I
take
come from a
heed.
country
Very different.
where Portuguese is the ruling language, but English was actually my first one.
Really?
Oh my.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I just assumed it wasn't because I knew you weren't in a primarily English-speaking country. So
Yeah,
Well,
cartoons taught
forgive me.
a lot.
I'm sorry.
Cartoons have taught me a lot growing up.
Well, he learned from Merry Melodies, so there you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all, folks. Yep.
Yeah, it depends. I
Very
wasn't
nice,
much of a
Tinker.
Porky fan. Okay, but if you're a Porky fan, if you're a Looney Tunes fan, there's only one show that truly makes you love Looney Tunes more. There's this crazy the Looney Tunes show. It's for kids, but you really question yourself: was this really made for kids? Just watch that thing. It's fucked up.
Godzillionaire heard it as well there, Fenrir.
It's Heed. Sorry, I was going too fast, and I'm eating at the moment. So yeah, sorry. I'm eating and reading.
Oh, a
Good.
20th and a 25th anniversary as well. That's kind of. I didn't know that they reshot that with that guy. That's cool. I'm glad he had shorts on.
Yeah,
Makes
right.
me, yeah, I'm very glad he had shorts on.
Come on. This is for Nirvana, not Bush.
That's right.
Oh.
crying out loud, man. Dude. I have to talk about the Black Falcon and the White Panther, though. I know we keep trending off of this, but I cannot let this go without getting this shit off of my chest.
Okay, here's the thing.
Wait, where's my stopwatch?
All right, here's the thing about Black Falcon.
Go.
Okay. Honestly, I have an honest great belief that this is based around Mark Gruenwald's Captain America run, involving that introduces us to a lot of things like the Flag Smasher originally, and his many weird group whose name was, I really can't remember the fuck that name it was. Well, it was interesting this run was because it introduced us to as you remember, U.S. Agent and Battlestar, who were very interesting characters in the comic by themselves. In the show, they don't seem very professional. They seem actually good characters that want to do a good adventure. But I have very fear that sooner or later they're going to bring the racial problems. For example, Battlestar initially in the comics was actually called Bucky, but the name was taken away because black people can't be called Bucky because apparently that's a racial slur. But who knows? Maybe they'll not do it here because times have passed and there are actually black people who do call themselves Bucky, because I know a few. But who knows? Maybe not. I also hate the Isaiah bullshit and also hate the existence of his grandson because this brings the possibility of the Young Avengers, which is a team of jackassing little teenagers who all somehow became homosexual for no reason in the future comics. But who knows? Maybe Kevin Feige will go a different direction, but I really doubt it. He already has his money, so he doesn't much give a shit. Out of that, I really don't think Falcon the Winter Soldier will work. They have good scenes and all. But again, that's all it is. Good scenes. It doesn't give us an interesting story that we actually want to do. It's not WandaVision that actually gave us hype every fucking week to watch a new episode. Because again, it lost the hype drive. We all wanted to see Mephisto or Nightmare in live action, but we didn't get to see it. And a couple of people are thinking, maybe John Walker is strong like this because of Mephisto. No, he's just as strong because he's a martial artist who trained all his life. So no, let's all drop this bullshit because the show's not going to make it in the hype that we think it's going to make it. It is not good. They are going to go into a shitty direction, which we should not be interested in. And in the end of the day, they're just going to make us have our dicks on our hands, constantly telling, oh my God, these white people are racist. Let's go into a race war. Boom, 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 boom. They don't want a black Captain America. Yeah. But who the fuck cares? I just want a good story. I don't care about Black Falcon. I would actually be a little more accepting of Bucky as Cap because, again, he was actually Captain America's sidekick. But no, we're not getting that. We have to have race on everything because we are fucking idiot human beings. But who knows? These bullshits are not going to stop people. We have to fucking destroy them. We have to save the media. They're already going fucking the comics. The show is screwed. Especially now if they go into the Ta-Nehisi Code's bullshit and bring us a secret society of women that were controlling the world through the shadows and somehow allowed all the world wars, all the rape, all the blood, all the shit to happen. But what did we all say, huh? What the fuck did we say? And I'll stop because people were asking me to stop. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to stop. I actually want to do that because I realize people are going.
All right. So here's one assholes on the internet opinion of what's going on. So number one, guys, so they got off to an okay start on the show. Like it was a totally decent, hokey, comic booky action scene in the beginning of the show. Okay, like Bucky was doing this like weird.
Okay, first of all, Jake D, sorry,
therapy shit.
I gotta reset the clock.
It was like minute and 45.
Well, the problem with this is like.
You could probably take off about 12 seconds because we're doing the okay
every time around.
Shit, I wanted to make it to 3.
Maybe next week.
Just so you know, the please stop happened after you stopped doing the okay after about 115 seconds.
There you go. So I don't know if you...
It was about 2.5 minutes.
There you go. All right, so like at the end of the day, though, right? So they moved into immediately in the very first episode. They're insinuating that those evil white bankers aren't going to give a loan to the black folk, right? I mean, that was like straight off the bat. They hit you with that,
fucking
right?
Forgot to talk about Hydra.
And then fuck Hydra. Hydra doesn't even matter at this point.
But they're making it seem like they still exist.
Yeah. So episode 2, they roll in and they hit you up with racist cops trying to take down the Black Falcon. They hit you up with, the White Panther, who was taken care of by the folk in Wakanda, and there's this, and they have that really odd, like, I mean, frankly, homoerotic scene between Bucky and Sam,
and we're going to get a lot more of those.
Yeah, and then of course you've got, Mr. Red, White, and Blue, Kurt Russell's kid as U.S. agent, that they're actually calling Captain America straight up in this, and it's this massive mishmash thrown together, like just straight up intersectionality, and then like the villains in this, the Flag Smashers. So first, let's talk about the symbology of the term flag smasher. Okay, that means like anti-nationalist. Smashing a flag is, destroying the symbol of a country and what it stands for. It's a very, very intentionally chosen name for this group of folks. And what they want to do is go back to what they're describing as what was kind of like this unified one world that happened after Thanos wiped out half of the planet, and where the countries weren't important. That's why they're flag smashers. And every one of them is juiced up with the super soldier serum. So you got this is all talking about like nation states are bad, the white man is oppressive, and that they're keeping the black man down, and that the people who are fighting against that, our enemies, might not really be really true villainous enemies. I mean, the whole goddamn thing is like it's an intersectional ejaculation.
It sounds like some NWO shit.
I have a prediction. About this show, and I want to be wrong, but I have caught on to a pattern with the second episode. We noticed with the U.S. agent's buddy being a black man, and then he had I can't remember if it was his girlfriend was non-white.
Yeah, the U.S. agent's buddy's a black guy too. What the fuck?
Hold up. There's a reason for all this. So he's all these people tied to him, they're a non-white. This is going to be their way where he's going to eventually come out that he was the in the closet racist, so they can say, look, you can have a black friend or an Asian friend and still be a racist.
Absolutely.
You heard it here first.
It's funny that, but you want to know something ironic about that?
I'll make a video on it just to like.
They never look in the mirror and think maybe they're the ones who are the actual racists.
Because, here's an example.
Wait.
Here's an example.
Let BW go.
Okay. So I have a non-woke canon question, because you mentioned this super soldier serum. Try saying that 3 times fast. Super soldier serum.
Mm-hmm.
Falcon has no super solger serum. He's just natural,
he does
right?
not.
Why don't they give him super serum soldier?
It was a lightning in a bottle thing at the time.
Then how is it in existence? Because I thought it didn't exist.
Seems like they're rewriting it. They're rewriting the MCU timeline to suit the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The same way that they are rewriting the timeline for Captain Marvel.
Look, I don't honestly think this is... Look, it's not the original. The original serum was literally a one-shot thing. It was perfection in creating a super soldier. The other copies that went in the past were either weaker or not that close to the full potential as Cap.
Yeah, that's what I thought in canon, how a super serum existed. So how do they have new...
Yeah, because
and to be specific to canon, the first case, it was a failure because of who it was used on. The second case was perfection.
They tried to recreate the case again and created a god who can control himself. Remember Sentry?
Yeah. So
vaguely.
I'm going to speak up here, though, to Robert's comment, because he's now back to being just another Robert instead of all his lovely, colorful names. Falcon's definitely going to smash Bucky's something. That I'm sure of after what we saw.
Oh, I think it'll be the other way around.
I don't know. Falcon strikes me. Now, you can't... The White Panther cannot be the pitcher because that is not intersectional enough.
I think
But by having Falcon in that position, he's gonna be in a dominant position, and they won't allow that.
But Falcon would have to be dominant over Bucky because Bucky's the White Panther. See, you're not thinking intersectionally enough.
Yeah, but remember,
I'm only on third degree woke politics.
So
again,
yeah,
Also, I know we're roasting. I know we're roasting this.
Why'd you
show,
say
but
that
what happened to
name?
The White Wolf?
Why you say that name?
but again, talking about super serums. Even in the comics, it is shown that the Black Captain America serum was actually weaker than Cap's serum because his descendant didn't inherit that genetically to the point where he had to literally take drugs to create a artificial equivalent to it. They had to cut that from the comics because it gave too much ideas of needles in the arms, if you get my drift.
yes, but yeah, so yeah, the Flag Smashers, they're all juiced up with super soldier serum, V-Dub, and they, at least when they're fighting U.S. Agent Sam and Bucky, they appear to be in the neighborhood of Steve Rogers strong. Hard to say for sure because all they're doing is, punching a regular average guy.
Well, Bucky actually makes sense on. I mean, his serum was the closest to all of them, but the Power Broker serum can't be that perfectly close. I mean, where's consistency here?
And why,
without the doctor's specificalities, without the doctor's specific help, how can it even be good enough? How are these guys not dying of overdose like Black Cap's grandson in the comics? He literally died out of an overdose of that thing. How are they not dying yet? Slowly.
Remember, you're talking about solid canon in some cases, or screwed up canon. The more it gets closer to our timeline in the comics, they are going to pick, and if they're picking and choosing, a lot of times they will pick and choose based on their own personal wants and needs to tell whatever story they're telling, woke or not. So they might not care about consequences because remember, a woke hero doesn't have any consequences, any limiting factors, any proper development. So you're probably when you argue these things, you're probably arguing, yes, exactly. You're probably arguing too far because you could give them ideas and they wouldn't even realize they've been given an idea. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Well, this gets into a really good video I was watching from a channel called The Fourth Age, where he's talking about a lot of these things, why this industry is going this way, why the current writing is the way it is. And it's the idea of trying to eliminate competition. And where now in the comics, there's what, how many Spider-Man going around? There's how many Captain Americas now? It's like, oh, no, there's, you don't have to be excellent. You just have to, everyone can be Captain America. And it's like, no,
God damn it,
when
no.
Everybody is Captain America. Nobody is Captain America.
By the way, go check out the guy's channel, The Fourth Age. I highly recommend it. It is magnum opus.
No one can be Captain America like Steve Rogers as Captain America. He was loyal, friendly, nice to everyone, defending his country and other countries even beyond his because it was the right thing to do. He was a pure hero. None of these guys are that. All the wokey versions of Captain America that are coming now, they're bastardized versions. None of them could ever compare to Steve. Steve is Superman without the Kryptonianism. He is a symbol of hope. He is a good hero.
None of them have his heart. None of them has his good nature. Exactly.
Exactly. He was an immigrant. He was the child of two immigrants that were abused every single day by American citizens, and yet he still chose to become the symbol of America and protect that country. You have to see it because he wasn't blaming all Americans. He was just blaming those ones. He still wanted to protect everyone.
He understood the difference between bad people and a bad situation. He was truly well developed and complex.
Now, Pablo would like to know if he can become Captain America as an Ecuadorian. And today, yes, absolutely, you can.
Well, Old
they
canon,
allowed a gay.
old canon, hell no. Today you can be anything you want as long as you want.
They allowed
In the
they
comics,
allowed
they're
a gay.
allowing.
They allowed a gay hospitalized hobo to become the new Captain America of the railroads. So why not you?
Also, Peggy Carter.
That was a what if, wasn't it?
That was a what
No,
if.
that's something. I think that's something they're doing now with like a.
I think you're talking of I think you're talking of some like alternate dimension because everything has to have a multiverse. But as far as the 616 canon, I think there's some book that came out a few years ago, Exiles, and had a bunch of weird like mixed versions of different universes coming together. And I think that Peggy Carter version was in that. It could be that, or it could be something else. I'm not 100% definitive on that though.
Yeah. So
If you are woke enough.
Liger fan brings up an interesting point here, and it's worth calling out because this is absolutely a difference in the MCU versus Marvel Comics. So, Super Patriot U.S. Agent John Walker is not enhanced currently. Now, they may enhance him during the show. If they've got half a fucking brain, they're certainly going to pursue Super Soldier Serum.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, he is Captain America and zero enhancements.
I mean, if they are bringing Baron Zemo into this, that certainly could be. I mean, give a possible solution and watch it get stomped all over by people who can't write a good story. But they're headed toward Baron Zemo right now. They could be headed toward that. But really, do I expect any good story out of this? No, I'm sorry, I do not.
Pablo says, "You get a shield. You get a shield. And you get a shield. Everybody gets a shield."
Does my shield have to be the traditional shield shape? I was hoping for something more in the way of a star with big spikes and
you can get anything you want, brother. Absolutely.
Even a rainbow.
Oh, perfect. It's just what I always wanted. I'm not going to buy the comic, though.
Dude,
all right,
yes,
well,
just
actually, I gotta head out, guys. 2 a.m. comes early.
All right, you bet. Actually, it's probably about time to wrap up. So let's run around the horn, say our goodbyes, and get rolling out of here. So Vida, what do you give me any final thoughts? Plug your channel, anything you got coming up?
Yeah, hey, just sub to me. I do stuff. I don't really have much else to say. I do stuff. I have like 300 some odd subs. Hey, I'm a few subs away from 350. If you're not sub to me, which I think pretty much everybody in this path or in this chat is, please give me a sub. I talk about a lot of stuff we talk about here. I do a few live streams. Didn't do Brave in the Boat yesterday because of family stuff, but I will be doing it next week, and then doing a Vigilante Ransom show next week along with video. I'm trying to do more videos because I just did a video about Brie Larson because we got this covered some of the time. Did an article about Brie Larson.
You should have called me on that. We could have had a huge conversation.
I got it. No, I had to. No. The whole point of the video was to get it out in an hour, so I had to get it out immediately. I didn't have time because I had the family obligation for. I have to do the video within an hour and go do something. So I had no time to none of that. But yeah, hey, please, sub, and I do videos, I do live streams, I talk crap, and I'm here with Jake D most weeks. So yeah.
All right, good times. Ironcaster, anything you want to plug? Final thoughts.
Yeah, there's really nothing worth watching with all this new stuff, but I actually am working on a video. I just got finished taking some notes on a movie called Crazy Samurai 400 vs. 1. It has a big, great action piece that's 70 minutes straight, one camera, no cuts.
I have heard about this, I think.
I was shared a couple of clips. There's some pretty funny stuff where it's just like he just kind of bonks them on the head and they fall down dead. But it's pretty cool. Just like 40 extras all running around, roaming, and so they have to really like kind of keep an eye on the framing and the blocking. So when someone falls down, you'll get like 3 other people moving in place to cover them up. And then they'll move to the back of the crowd, and don't worry about the bodies.
All right. Good times, man. Well, let us know if the guys want to search you up to sub to you. Do we just search Ironcaster on YouTube?
I believe so. That is the current tag I have.
Is that the channel name? Okay.
Yep. Let's see.
I got you. I found you. We'll get you dropped.
Drop into the chat right like that. That's why we do it.
They unsubbed me
we
from you, I
go.
think.
And also, eat some more bacon.
That's
And
right.
If you did sub to Ironcaster, make sure you're still sub to him because I just got unsubbed to him apparently. I just
There we
resubbed.
go. All right, Draco. Any final thoughts? Anything you want to plug, my friend?
Bacon! I am Mythier, also known as Draco Argentus. I have a channel on YouTube. I have a website. Both of them have almost nothing there, but if you please, like, share, subscribe. This place. Look at this guy, this Jake D. I'm always on his channel anyway. I hang out with other guys on this place, and you got Vigilante Williamson. Got the brand new up-and-coming Ironcaster. 32 flavors. You want to find out what each of those special flavors are, don't you? And you can sub to me.
All right. Speaking of the man with the 33rd secret flavor, anything you want to plug?
I didn't say Fenrir. Sub to Fenrir too. He wants subs.
All right, Flavor Flaves. What do you got coming up? Anything you want to plug, my friend?
I do. I got a fatty boobaddy week coming up. So obviously I'm always on Yelling at Park Cars or Comics Division. I got some food videos coming to you this week. I got an awesome pizza one, and I'm also got one on the new chicken sandwich from KFC. So is the finger looking good? I don't know. Also, I got me, Justin Normie, and the Austinator will be covering Invincible on 32 Flavors of Entertainment. And I got my second guest for another podcast, which will be Defenders of the Faith. They will be my next guest for a sit down and talk. And, of course, Friday Night Comic Talk. And I know everyone's subbed on here, but spread the word because I am 8 away from 300, and I want this to be the week that I yell, "This is Sparta!" All right,
Please sub to our
Spread the
boy
word.
Flavor Flaves. All right, Fenrir.
Get your watches.
Anything you want to plug? Any final thoughts, my friend?
Oh no, he's breaking up. Is he breaking up for you guys?
He's going
Yeah. Oh, darn it.
Well,
Fenrir,
he's
you are
farting. It sounds like a
completely off
fart.
the snap thrust.
CIA got him.
Oh,
The
hold on. One more plug. I'm glad Clobbering Times reminded me. I am gonna be on with Clobbering Times. We're gonna be doing the Green Lantern panel part 2. Part 1 was one of the most fun streams I was ever on. Thoth was on there as well. You know, just an honorable mention for Lord Thoth. And part 2 is great. Lots of knowledge was passed around. And this week we're gonna be talking about like the video game aspect and the cartoons. So last week we did a lot of comic book stuff. So now we're going into a whole other layer of the Green Lantern lore. So that'll be Thursday afternoon at 1.
All righty. Excellent. Well, thank you, everybody, for a good, fun stream tonight. Fenrir,
You got some gas going on there.
we can tell you're trying to say goodbye, but we're just
The
hearing
CIA
pop,
has you,
pop, 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 pop.
CIA has you dead. You know what, Fenrir? We do have to get you a laptop and a mic so you can have your audio situation straightened out. We got to figure out the shipping to Angola. We have to.
He is trying desperately to communicate with us, and
I'm
it is
sorry,
just
man.
the
It's
comms
just
are
not-
down, Captain.
Yeah.
The comms are down.
I'm sorry, Fenrir.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. By God, it's another week of howling about entertainment. Catch us a little bit later on. We've got some other things going on. I actually put out a little bit of an unusual video on the channel yesterday morning because you know I was inspired to do so, and it was a good time. But thank you again, everybody, for being here. If you haven't checked that out, I hope that you'll take a look at it, and we will catch you on the next stream or the next video.
Peace.